Alright, I got a 4-way tool, taking off the tire today. It's also called a valve stem tool. Put it on the valve stem, unscrew it, pops out just like that. And we're putting a water and dish soap mixture on the bead. Helps lubricate it. I'm breaking the bead right now with the hammer. Usually it doesn't come out this quick or this easily, and you'll see why later. You knee it, you get that tire down there so you can pop the bead out. Notice how the rim is more narrow and more towards the middle. Well, if you get the bead down there, you're able to pop it off much easier. You don't have to fight it that often. Flip the tire over, doing the same thing on the other side, just popping the bead off. Just using some screwdrivers. And that's it. That's all you really need is some screwdrivers for this. So I found a screw in there. I'm going to fix that later on. And what else we got? Got some rust on the bead. Got to remove that and a few nicks in the bead that I'll fix later on. But here's the bad news. We got some rust on the bead, and I'm removing the valve stem with a razor blade. It's not the safest thing to do. You probably should use side cutters, but that worked. And I'm hitting it with the angle grinder to remove the rust. As you can see, there are pits where the rust was. Now this will not let the bead seal against the rim. So what I'm going to do is prime it. I'm using Rust-Oleum primer. It's got zinc in it. So any rust that may be left over, that zinc will react with it and keep it from rusting anymore. But I'm going to build the primer up on here so I can sand it down and fill in those pits that were created by the rust. So doing one coat, letting it dry, another coat. So before on the left, after the wire wheel on the right, and there it is after a few coats. You can still see the pits in there. So I've got some basically drywall or sheetrock mud sandpaper, put it on a pen so it won't load up, and you sand it. After I sanded it, I primed it and painted it, and all of the little pits are now filled in, so the bead will seat against the rim. The outside of the rim is prepped and ready to receive the tire.